Hey guys, it's tea time. I know I love my tea time. Hi boo, how you doing? It's tea time. Today's tea of choice is jasmine flower. So, in a second, we're gonna get started. Today's gonna be an interesting topic. We're gonna talk about the three causes of alopecia. Yay! I love tea. Jasmine flower. Last week, my favorite tea is ginger. My favorite one is ginger. And I'm starting to take a liking to oat straw. Oat straw is good as well. And skull cap. Skull cap is amazing. Trust me, it's amazing. I love skull cap. And calendula. Okay. So I'm gonna get started. Hey guys, today's welcome. Starr Prescott here, your premier hair loss expert and naturopathic wellness coach. And today I'm going to talk about 3 causes of alopecia, hair loss. Remember, I want you guys to know that alopecia is just a medical term for hair loss, okay? Alopecia is just a medical term for hair loss. So when someone says that you have alopecia, don't go crazy, okay? The first topic we're going to talk about is hormonal hair loss, DHT sensitivity, that can be caused by genetic AGA, or male-female pattern baldness. And the other one we're going to talk about that causes a DHT sensitivity is PCOS, so polycystic ovarian syndrome. So with DHT sensitivity, we know in men, you're going to have that. Men is going to get temporal hair loss in the temporal areas and in the crown areas, right? And then females is going to get hair loss is going to start about 1 inch behind the hairline, and it may start as like a little pea-sized dot in the middle, right in the middle, and it's going to spread, right? It's going to open up and spread, and but it happens gradually. DHT sensitivity, when it's caused by genetics, will happen or gradually over time. So it's not going to be something that's going to happen right away, and you're going to experience it within like 9 months. It takes time for that. So in men can experience DHT sensitivity from as early as 18 years old. Most times it's 21, but as early as 18 years old, they can experience DHT sensitivity. And what happens is the testosterone is too much testosterone in their body. There's an enzyme called the 5-alpha reductase enzyme that converts DHT into testosterone into dihydrotestosterone. Okay, and that's when the guys begin to bald. They begin to thin in the temporal areas or in the crown area. Okay. Now with women, if you're experiencing a DHT sensitivity, because estrogen, we normally have high levels of estrogen, and estrogen helps protect us from testosterone and from DHT sensitivity. But as we begin to age, once we age, 35 and over, when we begin to age, our estrogen levels starts to decrease. And because of that, that's when the little creeper DHT can come in and begin to cause conflict with our hair follicles, because now we are losing the protection in our bloodstreams with the estrogen. Okay, so let's talk about PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. So that changes when you are experiencing PCOS. That is changing the normal levels of estrogen and testosterone in the body, and it's causing an imbalance. Okay, it is causing an imbalance, and it needs to be. And what happens is it pushes you into a DHT sensitivity situation. So you will start experiencing premature genetic hair loss. Okay, so what I mean by that is that the normal levels of estrogen and testosterone is about an 8-to-1 ratio. And when your estrogen levels drop significantly because of the PCOS, because of the imbalance, DHT is more susceptible to become more sensitive to the DHT. Remember, estrogen protects you from the DHT and from the testosterone buildup in the body. So when your estrogen levels are off, if they are decreasing, your testosterone levels are increasing, which is going to give you a DHT sensitivity. Okay, there is definitely treatments for that, and I'll talk about the treatments in later on in this live. So the next thing that I'm going to talk to you about, and I'm going to spend a little bit of time on it, is inflammation. Inflammatory hair loss, right? Inflammatory hair loss. These are the things that causes inflammatory hair loss. Autoimmune conditions, okay? Telogen effluvium. So with the autoimmune condition, with an autoimmune condition, you would experience alopecia areata, okay? Alopecia areata is an autoimmune condition. An autoimmune condition is when the body is fighting itself. Something is going on internally, and the body is fighting itself. So when the body is in fight, what happens? Hair is always in flight, okay? So with with autoimmune conditions, alopecia areata, you may be experiencing lupus, you may have Hashimoto's, you may have some sort of thyroid dysfunction, either Hashimoto's or Graves', and you're going to experience some hair loss, okay? Telogen effluvium. Telogen effluvium is a stress-induced hair loss, okay? Stress-induced. I'm going to let that sit for a second. Telogen effluvium is a stress-induced hair loss. That means when the body is overwhelmingly stressed, too much stress is going on in the body, and it's something happened, right? Where the body is releasing a lot of stress, okay? And what happens is when you have an experience like a bad breakup, a bad divorce, if you're going back and forth to court, or any type of stressful event, if you're at work and your workload is super stressful for you, high demanding deadlines, you have a project that you can't reach, or you may not be able to reach, or you're afraid that you are not going to be able to reach, and that just makes your stress levels climb higher, you will experience a release. Okay, your hair will release from its follicle unit, but that's gradual. That'll take like about 3 months for the stress event to happen, for before you will see the hair loss. Okay. So let's see what else you can have experience that'll cause a stress-induced surgery. If the body has went through surgery, if you went through surgery, right? If you went through surgery, the body, that anesthesia that you was under, that can cause your hair to start releasing. The body, when the body goes through surgery, the body needs to heal, right? So all nutrients inside of the body, when it's time for a healing process, all nutrients in the body is going there. It's going to go to the place whatever got worked on, whatever surgery, to help you heal. So in that process, you're going to release hair. Hair is not important to the body. Remember, hair is important to us, but it's not important to the body. There's no signal from the brain to the body that says that we need hair. So when our body is in fight, or when the body feels like we're in fight, hair is going to be in flight. And telogen effluvium can last anywhere between 3 months to 6 months and as long as 9 months. Okay. So there's things that you can do, like manage your stress levels. Okay. Another inflammatory hair loss is called CCCA, central cicatricial centrifugal alopecia. It's a scarring alopecia, okay? And it happens in the crown of the head, and it affects 80% of African American women in the world, okay? CCCA. Chemicals, constant chemicals, relaxing the hair, coloring the hair, constantly over a period of time. What happens is all of those chemicals start attacking the follicle, okay? And over time, even though you may have stopped using the chemicals or whatever, as you're doing putting the chemicals in the scalp all the time, it begins to do its work on the follicles, and then you will get that burning or that tingly or that crawly, tender to touch sensation. And then it is spread also. You will get that like George Jefferson crown area balding hair in the crown. Okay. So this is why it's important to kind of like wean yourself off of the chemical. Wean yourself off of keep burning at that follicle, touching that skin with that heat, that hot comb, the tight pulling. And when you do a combination of all of those things, tight braids, relaxer, color, hot combing, tight hairstyles, that's all falls into poor hairstyling practices. And that's how you develop CCCA. Okay. Because we love chemicals. We love to press out our hair, or we used to love it. I don't love it. I don't like the creamy crack. That's what we call it. Creamy crack. I don't do the creamy crack anymore. I'm definitely all natural. I don't put color in my hair anymore. I'm letting these little grays come through. So that's another inflammatory alopecia. And another one is called FFA, frontal fibrosing alopecia. And then you have LPP, lichen planopilaris. So lichen planopilaris will also start like in the middle of the hair. And those two are also scarring alopecias. And significant burning is associated with that. Burning and tenderness and puffiness in the scalp with LPP. Frontal fibrosing alopecia can be mimicked as traction alopecia, and it'll start right off the hairline, and it will go a wrap around your whole head, your whole perimeter of the head. And that is a scarring alopecia as well. Okay. Medications can cause inflammation in the scalp, in the body, and in the scalp. So you want to, the only way to stay off medications is to keep your body healthy, keep yourself healthy. Work really hard to work out, exercise, get the blood boiling, supply your body with the nutrients, the vital nutrients that the body needs to survive, so that when one thing goes wrong in the body, something else is going to go wrong in the body. And medications take out organs. It allows the situation, it doesn't fix, it just helps things lie dormant in the body. Okay, so you want to not be on medications. You want to be able to live a healthy life. So you want to focus and change your lifestyle habits. A lot of things when it comes to hair loss, it is gut related, it is internal, it is lifestyle changes, and you need to make long-term lifestyle changes. It's not going to be a short-term situation. Okay. Your scalp, if it's feeling tight, like swollen, that's an inflammatory situation as well. If you experience constipation on the regular basis, constipation, acid reflux, diarrhea, this is inflammatory. The body is inflamed. Okay. Remember, when the body is in fight, hair is going to be in flight. So let's get your constipation under control, that in acid reflux, the diarrhea, let's get that under control. Let's find out what the root cause of that, what's causing that. A lot of people, I'm going to touch on this in a little bit, but a lot of people don't eat for their blood type, and you need to. We need to eat for our blood type, okay? Because our bodies we can't just eat anything. I'm learning that as a naturopathic wellness coach, as a board certified health coach. My courses that I'm taking, the conferences and the lectures that I'm going to, everything leads to what we put in our bodies and how our body is digesting the foods that we are consuming. Okay? So another inflammation is caused, itchiness, burning, tingling. That's inflammation. What's causing that inflammation? That's attacking the follicles. That's going to make the follicles, release the hair strands. If you have allergies, dietary allergies, we just spoke about that, eating for your blood type, because a lot of people don't eat for your blood type. Folliculitis is a bacteria, and what happens is a bacterial infection. So if you have infections in the body, you will experience inflammatory hair loss. Something is going to go on the scalp. You get these pus-filled bumps, and they hurt. And it could be like a cluster of them, little tiny little bumps that's filled with pus. That's folliculitis decalvans. And then if it goes untreated, it can turn into scarring folliculitis. Okay, that's where it got so inflamed that once it healed over, the skin, it just closed up, and the follicle is still inside. That's a hurtful, painful situation. That is a very painful situation. Okay. Immune malfunction. If your immune system is compromised in any kind of way, you can experience seborrheic dermatitis. That is a scalp disorder that a lot of people is experiencing right now. A lot of people is experiencing seborrheic dermatitis. And seborrheic dermatitis is when it's an accelerating amount of skin cells that's being produced at a mass level. Much faster than normal. And then there's little pockets, right? And there's layers in between the skin. And then the seborrheic, the sebum buildup packs into those crevices, those open layers, and they get in there. And then we have natural fungi on the scalp, on the skin. We have natural fungi. And what happens is it burrows into those skin pockets with the sebum buildup. And that's what causes that seborrheic dermatitis, that yellow, thick, flaky layer of dandruff. You would think it is dandruff, but it's not. That's a scalp disorder that can be controlled with dieting, proper products to put on the scalp. That's going to help eradicate that issue and remove the sebum buildup from in the follicles, beneath the follicles. It's important. There's another fungus. It's called Demex. Demex. It lives on the body, right? And if you sleep with dogs, dogs have it, right? It's like just like a, I'm gonna say a parasite, like a little bug that lives on the dogs, right? But it lives on our skin as well. Demex. And what happens is if you have a compromised immune system, if your immune system is compromised, it will begin to lay eggs. And that's when it causes a problem because the immune system can't fight it off. Typically, when Demex because it lives on our bodies, the immune system fights it off and there's nothing that happens. But when your immune system is compromised, Demex begins to lay eggs. And it can lay eggs in your follicles and cause a problem. And it will spread, okay? And if you sleep with your animals, you have a higher probability of getting Demex, fungus infection on the scalp. And sometimes people don't know what it is. So it burrows and it repeats and it lays so many eggs on your scalp, and it's hard. It will be hard to get under control. So that's inflammatory. The next cause of alopecia would be nutritional alopecia, poor eating habits, low blood level, low nutrient level. I can't talk today. Low blood nutrient levels. My gosh, it was hard to get out. Oh man, there's a lot of people that's experiencing nutritional hair loss. I have been one of those people who have experienced a form of nutritional hair loss because at one point my vitamin D levels was low and my iron was a little low, and I had to get it up. I had to work really hard to get it up today. And I did. As of today, my vitamin D levels is at the level it should be in, and my iron levels is at the level it should be in. We have essential vital vitamins that we should be taking to help manage the body. And we got that zinc, ferritin, folate, psyllium, silica, vitamin D, magnesium. Magnesium is super important if you are experiencing constipation. That can be a sign for you to know that you are that you need magnesium, because that could be a sign of magnesium deficiency because you're constipated all the time. So you want to make sure that you are ingesting your magnesium, that you're taking your copper, your vitamin D, your zinc, your ferritin. These are things that's going to help make the hair thrive, okay? And zinc, vitamin D, you need for your overall health, period. And ferritin stores iron. So if you have low ferritin levels, then that's a problem. And you have to keep it at balance. So when it comes to vitamins, I don't want you to just be like, oh, I think I'm deficient in this, or I think I'm deficient in that. I want you to look and definitely Get some blood work done so that you know if you are deficient. And then get a high quality, start adding high quality foods to your body. Okay. Nutritionally dense foods is where you can get most of your vitamins from. Okay. So you want to start incorporating nutritionally dense foods in the body so that your body can start becoming nourished. You don't want to be experiencing malnourishment because of lack of vitamins, which will happen in the body. Okay. If you are deficient in anything and for a long period of time, you can become malnourished. That means that the gut is not absorbing the nutrients that you're taking. And then you want to understand, why is that happening? Why isn't the gut absorbing the nutrients that you're taking? And it can be because the intestinal, your GI tract is inflamed. Inflammation is going on, which is causing the constipation or the diarrhea and/or acid reflux. Next month we're going to talk a lot about gut health and how gut health and hair loss is really related. The It's amazing when we're going to go over so much stuff when it comes to the gut next month. You're going to be like, wow. This is why it's super important for us to detox, release, and remove the gook that's in our bodies. We need to do that. We need to do that. You have to create, excuse me, you have to create building blocks for the body so the body can thrive. Proteins, fibers, high fats. We got to learn how to adapt a nutritionally dense meal. You know, having a drink every day after work is not helpful for the body long term. It's going to cause you kidney and liver dysfunction, and you don't want to really be experiencing that. So you should do a liver and a kidney detox, especially if you drink a lot. You want to do a liver and a kidney detox. Okay. When you are experiencing any type of dysfunction inside of the liver, I want you to know that you get like a little puffiness around the eyes, right? And then you can also pull your eyelids down, and any sort of coating of yellow. If you get like a yellow coat or thin yellow, light yellow, if it's even dark yellow, that is kidney and liver dysfunction. You're not being able to eliminate the waste that's in the body. If you are not moving your bowels every day, if you eat 3 times a day, you should be moving your bowels 3 times a day. If you eat once a day, okay, right? However, moving your bowels once a week is not healthy at all. 2 times a week is not healthy at all. You have to start adding leafy greens to your diet so that you can get that mobility in the gut. Because if the gut is still, what happens to the poop that's in the body is that whatever doesn't get eliminated in a certain amount of time, what happens is the body reabsorbs it. And then it's in your bloodstreams. So when you don't poop, right, on the regular basis, or have a good void, and that plaque and that poop stays in the body, what happens is it begins to break down. The body begins to break it down, but then it's getting reabsorbed into the bloodstreams. And that's what's causing difficulties in the body, inflammation in the body, inflammation in the gut, diverticulitis, leaky gut syndrome, things of that nature. So we have to really know that we need the vitamins and minerals in our bodies to nourish ourselves. Okay, you need good vitamins and minerals to help nourish your hormones. Okay, and lack of vitamins and minerals has a major impact on your mental health. That's another topic we're going to talk about. Mental health, trauma, how the foods and stuff we eat affects our mental health. So we definitely need to make sure that we are eating nutritionally dense foods and we are taking specific vitamins that's going to help our bodies thrive and help it get it going. Okay, especially if you want to keep the hair on your head. I keep telling you guys, products do not make your hair grow. Products only assist with the growing process. You make your hair grow by what you put inside of your body, how well you get rest, how you managing your stress levels. Okay, that your blood needs to be nourished. Your blood needs to be nourished with nutrients in order for it to thrive. Our hair follicles sits right on top of our dermapapilia. The dermapapilia is your blood supply. So if the blood that's going in your body is not nourishing, it's not nourished, it's not filled with vitamins, your hair is not going to thrive. It's not going to look good. It's not going to. And then the products that you're using, you go into the salons and you all of those are styling agents. Those are to make it look good for the moment. But then when you see that your hair keeps converting back to what it normally looked like, that's something you got to go within. You got to figure out what's happening within. The hair is going to talk to you. Our bodies talk to us first through our hair and our skin, how we look. That's how you're going to know when something is going on in the body. If you keep having acne, if your hair is looking dry and not is not thriving the way that it is, you're lacking in some form of vitamin and you need to get that boiling. You need to build that up. The quality of foods, we need to look for high quality foods. The quality of foods that we have, that we are putting in our bodies, we need to make sure that it's good for us. Is this what we should be eating? Remember, we got to eat for our blood type. What is your blood type? What is your blood type? And are you eating for your blood type? You can be allergic to things that's not going to give you bumps like you normally used to seeing. You have an allergic reaction and you may get a bump here or may get a rash there. No, it can affect your gut. It can cause inflammation in the gut. When the gut is inflamed, your nutrients that you are taking, even if you are taking vitamins, if the gut is inflamed, the gut is not going to allow the nutrients to deliver on the cellular level. That's why it's important when you have nutrients, you want them not to just be absorbed in the gut. You want the nutrients that's going to be broken down to be able to deliver in the mitochondria, which is your energy base. That's your energy. That's the source of energy for all of our bodies to thrive. That's like, for example, we have the powerhouse, right? When the power goes out on a certain side of the world, if we have a power outage, it's going to shut off. That's the same thing with our bodies. If the nutrients that we are taking, or if we're not taking enough nutrients, if it's not being delivered at the cellular level, forget the stomach, because we want it to go into the stomach. We want the stomach to absorb it. But if the stomach is not absorbing it, that means it's not getting it's not breaking the cellular wall. And the cellular wall is where the electricity happens. That's where the energy takes place at. Okay. But I want you to keep in mind that vitamin D, right? This is a vitamin that takes 5 to 6 times to break down in the body. Okay. Vitamin D takes 5 to 6 times to break down in the body to where we need it for hair growth. Okay. 5 to 6 times. And it's not broken down alone. It needs vitamin A, and calcium for transportation and absorption. These are building blocks. This is what you call the building block, so that you can absorb, the body can absorb the vitamins, okay? When you have an imbalance in the gut, again, like I said, next month we're going to talk about the gut heavy, okay? Because the microbiome imbalance, man, it will disrupt everything. Inflammation is what causes dis-ease in the body. Dis-ease, okay? Inflammation. So we want to keep that in mind, all right? So incorporate high quality, nutritionally dense foods. Get your high quality fruit on. Get your high quality vegetables. Drink your water. Get your electrolytes in. Fresh. Listen, learn how to control what you put in your body, the nutrients, the ingredients to foods. We can't eat out all the time. We don't know what ingredients is in the foods that they're using. So you want to be in control of that. You want to have the control of what's going on in the body, because we are what we digest. Okay? We are what we digest, okay? It's not about calories. It's not about calories anymore. It's not about calories. It's when you want weight loss, dealing with weight loss, a lot of people think they're fat. Their gut is huge. They're fat. They just go to the gym. I'm trying to lose this fat. I'm trying to lose this fat. No, it's intestinal sewage. It's fecal matter that's inside of there that you want to release, the fecal matter. You need a detox. You need to do a colonic program. And if you're interested in doing a colonic program, join my Prescott Wellness Rejuvenation Program. That is the first thing that you have. That's one of the first tasks that you need to complete if you join my program. We have to detox the body. I am fighting hair loss from internally. I'm helping you understand how to fight hair loss internally instead of going to products, thinking the products is going to make your hair grow. The product is a temporary situation. It is a temporary situation, okay? It's only going to coat outside of the hair. When you are dealing with products, you want to make sure that your products are products that's going to combat your issues. If you have inflammation, the products that you have needs to be powerful ingredients that's going to combat an inflammatory scalp. Stop the itch, not stop the itch a little bit, stop the itch, okay? Allow the other products or products to absorb in the scalp so it can absorb and get to the follicle, so it can get to the dermapapilla area. You want it to absorb so that when the hair in the process of its growing, it can grow well. You have to clear the scalp up. The scalp environment needs to be healthy, okay? So if you have an itchy, flaky, anything inflammatory, when you are on a program, you also need to be washing your hair. It's a protocol that you need to follow, and you need to be washing your hair at least 3 times a week for the first 16 weeks so it can get under control. If you have seborrheic dermatitis, folliculitis decalvans, this is something that you have to follow a strict protocol with so that you can get the results that you want. If you are not going to do the things that you should do to get the best results, you're not going to get the best results. And that's just simple. If you do not do the protocol, if I give you a protocol and you don't follow the protocol thoroughly, you're not going to get the best results. And a lot of things when it comes to inflammation, we are talking about detoxing first before we talk about products. We're going to use them in conjunction with each other. I'm going to approach hair loss in a multi-therapeutic fashion, but I need to understand where your mindset is at, because this is something that's long-term. This is a long-term situation for you to get, You may can combat or get it under control in a short period of time, but this is long-term effects. If you don't fix what's going on internally, the issues that you having externally is going to always happen because you're not fixing it. You're not getting to the root cause, or you're getting to the root cause, but you're not thoroughly following the protocol. So it's important. It's definitely very important for you to understand what your habits are and do things that's according to your lifestyle. Like when it comes to treatment, when it comes to eradicating or managing, stop, remove, relieve the issues that you're experiencing, I want you to think about it in a long-term perspective. I don't want you to have short-term expectations, because it didn't take a short period of time for this to happen. Unless you're dealing with telogen effluvium, stress-induced hair loss. And then even with stress, over time, it takes time for that to stop and slow down. Okay? And it's all about you. It's all about you, what you do, how important your hair is really to you, how important your health is really to you. Because when you talk about hair loss, you're talking about your health, your overall quality of life. Okay? I don't want you to look at hair loss no more like, oh, I can get this product and this product is going to help it go away. The product is a tool. It's a tool. You have multiple tools. Okay? There is an imbalance in the body when you are experiencing anything on the head or the skin or your nails. There is an imbalance in the body. And we can look at your eyes, your tongue, your skin, your hair to help give us different characteristics on what it is that's going on in the body and how you can approach that. Okay? Hair loss and hair growth starts internally. And when it comes to hair loss, you need to have, it's like a mindset shift, an identity shift. Your thoughts, your feelings, your actions has created the body that you have today. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions has created the body that you have today. In order for you to correct, manage, or even eradicate the issues that you are experiencing, you have to shed some skin. You have to become a different person. You have to adapt a different mindset. This is why it's important. This is why my approach is mindfulness, stillness, intentionality, because it's a whole different ballgame. When you have the mindset of this product is going to do this. That's where your mindset is at. You're not even going to focus on your diet. You're not going to stop eating dairy, cheese, sugar, carbs. You're not going to stop doing that. You're not going to start implementing water. You're not going to start implementing leafy greens. You're not going to start implementing fermented foods, things of that nature that's going to help create a healthier microbiome. You're not going to do that because you don't even associate the loss with your body. You associate the loss with the product. Or you can be like, you will point to the hairstylist and be like, the hairstylist did this. That hairstylist is BS and they took my hair out. No, you took your hair out. Don't blame the hairstylist no more. Stop blaming the hairstylist. You took your hair out. Because number one, if the hair is healthy, if you have weak shedding hair and you put a protective style in your hair, guess what? The protective style is not protective. Because why? Your hair already from the start is weak, it's damaged, it's unhealthy. So braiding your hair and then putting things on top of your hair is not going to help you at all. So you need to address the problem. What is causing the hair to become weak? Why is my hair shedding and breaking like this? Why is my scalp itchy? And then if you have an itchy scalp, right? And then you put the braiding hair that's doused in chemicals that's not good, it's causing a reaction to the scalp. You get that severe itchiness. There's a chemical. Hair, synthetic hair is not a strand of hair that came off the horse's tail. Synthetic hair is made from a chemical, a solution, a liquid solution. The strands of that hair that looks like hair was made from a liquid and then manipulated, a liquid full of chemicals that was manipulated, right? And if you manipulate it a certain amount of times, it's going to start creating a ball, and it's a hair strand. It becomes a ball of like fibers, and then they take that ball and then they press it and they comb through it to make it straight, to give you whatever texture you're going to have. That chemical on top of your inflamed scalp already is creating a combustion. So that's why your scalp be like feeling like it's crawling, like, oh my gosh, what's going on? My scalp is itchy, it's so itchy. And they tell you to soak the hair in baking soda and apple cider vinegar and all of this other stuff to remove the chemicals. If you look in the water, once you start dipping it in apple cider vinegar and baking soda, you see the water turns like, it's like dirt. It's literally like dirt. So you have to take that in consideration. When your hair is not healthy itself, don't go and put braids in your scalp, on your hair. It's not going to help you. If you have an itchy scalp already, inflamed, seborrheic dermatitis, don't go and put braids on the scalp. Manage the condition first. Look internally first. Go within the gut first. Okay? Go in the gut. Look in the inflammatory. What are you eating? Okay? What are you eating? The bread, the dairy, the eggs, the sugar, the sugar, the sugar, the snacks, the carbs that turns into more sugar. Come on, what are we eating? We have to start eating healthier. This is what's going to help our hair thrive, the way we eat. Okay? This is nutritional deficiencies is super important. Adding a well-balanced diet to your regimen is important, and it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. I definitely understand, but become mindful. How is this food that I'm about to eat going to feed the good bacteria in my body? Is this food that I'm eating going to feed the good microbiome in my body, in my gut? And we're not going to talk about the body is made up of 90% microbiome and 10% DNA. We're not going to talk about that right now, but I just want you to think about it. The microbiome controls every part of our body. Every organ system in our bodies, the microbiome controls that. So we need to eat to satisfy the microbiome, the good bacteria in our body. When we feed the bad bacteria and the bad bacteria overpowers the good bacteria, you get dysfunction. You get diabetes. You get kidney dysfunction. You get thyroid dysfunction. You have cardiovascular circulation dysfunction. You have nervous dysfunction. These are the things that happens, and it starts with what we put in our mouth. When you chew your food, the digestion starts first in the mouth. It doesn't start in the gut. It starts in the mouth. How fast are you chewing your food? Are you really breaking your food down? The first lines of digestion is the mechanical breakdown of food. I used to be a person. Listen. I ain't gonna even hold you. You know how you could scarf some food down and then still feel hungry because all of them air pockets is in your stomach? Come on. We gotta chew the food. Chew the food, the meat, the beef. We gotta chew it. We gotta chew it to where it's like pureed in our mouth before we swallow it, to help for better digestion. We gotta chew the food. It's super important. Detoxing. We gotta detox. And let me tell you, wait, before I get into detox, we gotta stay away from seed oil. All seed oil is not good for us. All seed oil, except for avocado oil and olive oil. The rest of that seed oil is not healthy for us. Hydrogenated oil is not healthy for us. It doesn't work well with us in our bodies. It doesn't do well. Meat has antibiotics in it. Even if you feel like you don't take antibiotics, you're not on no medication, meat has antibiotics inside of it. Glyphosate is an antibiotic. Roundup. Antibiotic. So if you're a big meat eater, you're eating a lot of antibiotics daily. And guess what? Antibiotics disturbs the microbiome. Antibiotics disturbs the microbiome. Steroids disturb the microbiome. The solution to BV, what is that called? Metrogel, disturbs the microbiome in the gut from putting a solution in your vaginal area. The antibiotics that you're putting up there is disturbing the microbiome in the gut. It's causing an imbalance in the gut. If you have yeast infections, if you have BV, and you're always, having to run to the doctor you need natural remedies. And I have a natural BV remedy I'm going to share with you in a couple weeks. I may share it next week. We need to detox. Detoxing is important. Detoxing is going to remove the gook. I said this earlier, the gook, the plaque from our intestinal wall. You'll be surprised, okay? Natural detoxing. If you're interested in a natural detox, contact me. Prescott Wellness Rejuvenation Program. You get a natural detox. You have options. You get a lot of different things that's available inside of the wellness portal, okay? That's going to help you understand how to get to the root cause of your dis-ease, and how to get your body functioning at optimum level. It's important. It's important. It's important. I'm almost at time, y'all, but I hope you guys enjoyed this live today. Detoxing. Check the Bristol stool chart. Look at your stool and tell me. I want you to look at your stool. Start paying attention to your stool. How is your stool coming out? Is your stool soft like oatmeal? Is it hard? Is it coming out in little pellets? Is it coming out in little strips? Is it coming out like a torpedo, but it have ridges on it? All of those things matter. They mean something. It tells you something. Look at your stool. Look at your stool. A good firm stool should be in an S shape. A good firm stool should be in an S shape, shaping your intestinal wall. The S. That's how our intestines look. So when you have a good bowel movement, it's in that shape. When it comes out like mush, that's not good. When it comes out like water, it's definitely not good. When it comes out in little pellets, constipation. When it comes out hard and rocky and a big rock and it looks like a damn Snicker bar, it's definitely not good. When you detox, it helps you with mental clarity. Detoxing helps you with mental clarity. Removing those parasites from the body helps you with mental clarity. You know, parasites controls the mind, the brain access to the gut, the vagus nerve. We're going to talk about that next month. The vagus nerves. The vagus nerve, it's one nerve. And it's called the brain to gut, the brain gut access. All right, guys, this is your girl, Starr Prescott, and thank you all for joining. Pacola, thank you for joining. I was just deep into my conversation. I didn't want to stop, but thank you, Tree. Thank you guys for joining. I greatly appreciate it. Pacola, it's been a long time. We definitely need to link up. You need to be adding hair restoration to your services, girlfriend, honey child. Oh man. But definitely, we are what we digest. And if you are dealing with any inflammatory issues, if you're dealing with any sort of hair loss, definitely hair grass, hair revitalizing systems can assist you with combating the issues that you are experiencing. If you are experiencing hormonal hair loss, hair grass, hair revitalizing systems can assist you. Here's some images of my clients who's went through some issues and they're okay right now. If you're experiencing inflammatory hair loss, hair grass, hair revitalizing systems can assist you. If you're experiencing nutritional deficiencies, hair grass, hair revitalizing systems can assist you. If you need vitamins other than a hair, like my total hair nutrient vitamin, if you need vitamins, hair grass, hair revitalizing systems, I have my total hair nutrient. I also have isotonic vitamins. I'm also a representative of Nutrafol. Okay, so I have 2 hair vitamins, maybe 3, because I have another company that I work with that does a hair vitamin. And like I told you before, there's no one-stop shop when it comes to hair loss. It's a multi-therapeutic approach. So for those who do not or cannot work with my system, either natural or chemical based, I have other programs for you. I definitely have other programs for you. Because I understand that there's no one-stop shop with it, and everybody's body is different. Everybody is not able to take certain things, and they're allergic to certain things. So you just you gotta have a variety of different things when you want to approach hair restoration. When you're in the hair restoration field and you want to help your clients, eradicate their issues, you got to do it in a multi-therapeutic approach. I do, back to the vitamins, I offer isotonic vitamins. Isotonic vitamins is a good vitamin that helps the vitamins absorb into the bloodstream. Especially, so this is good for a person who's experiencing malnourishment, or a person who cannot digest or take the vitamins that they're putting in their body in a pill form. It's not being digested properly. This is a good way to digest get good vitamins into the body without it going through the stomach. So isotonic vitamins is a vitamin that goes to the bloodstream. It's a special way that you take the vitamin. It's a little cup they give you. It has a white line. You pour a capsule full of the powder into the cup that they gives you. You fill it up with some room temperature water. You stir it and you allow the powders to dissolve in the body inside of the cup, and then you take it. And with that special delivery system, the vitamins absorb in the bloodstreams. It skips the stomach, and you feel the benefits from the vitamins right away. Okay, so isotonics, they have like a to-go pack of vitamins, like little packets that you can just pour in an 8-ounce bottle of water, take your water, and go. If you want them singly, we have a bunch of different vitamins that you can use. So we got vitamin B complex. We got a multivitamin with iron, without iron. You have OPC3. That is amazing. It has pycnogenol inside of it. And what OPC3 does is it's good for a person who has a circulation issue. But if you have a circulation issue and you've taken blood pressure medication, you may want to ask your doctor to bring you down on the medication, because the OPC3 is a natural blood pressure medication. So it's going to lower the pressure. It's going to open the artery walls so that blood can flow through the artery wall nicely without any complications. Okay. We also have complete greens. Complete greens is amazing. It is definitely all of your leafy greens. If you're not a vegetable eater, you don't like it, you can get all your leafy greens with complete greens. And it's not nasty. Okay. If you need aloe, they have aloe water that helps with your digestive system. They have a plain, and then they have a pomegranate. I want to say they have kiwi as well. I like the pomegranate one, and it also comes in a packet where you can do a to-go pack with it. I just like the liquid straight up. I put it in a capsule, drink it, and it's good. So yeah, make sure that you are looking for high quality foods. Okay, try to get the most of your nutrients, your vitamins from foods opposed to a supplement, though. Okay, but if you need the supplement, take the supplement. But when you find a supplement, when you decide to use a supplement, make sure it's a high quality supplement. Okay, make sure it's I prefer, over all vitamins, I prefer IV vitamins, because why? They're going directly into your bloodstreams. They go directly into the bloodstream, so you get the power from the vitamin right there. So definitely look into the type of vitamins that you're taking. You want to look into the foods that you're putting in your body, the quality of foods. You want to start controlling the ingredients that's in your food, making your own food, learning about how to make certain things for yourself, making sure that you reading the labels on foods, on fruits, the 3s and the 4s, the 5s, the 8s, the 9s. Those numbers are very important. Okay. 9s, I'm going to just let you know, a 9 before any number is an organic product. Not the 3s, not the 4s, not the 8s, not the 5s. They are not organic. They are not real. They are either pesticides or genetically modified. Oh, thank you. This is my Kinky Curly headband unit, and you can definitely find it on hairgrass.store. Okay, this was the hair that I had last week and it was all ruffled up and stuff. I just had it combed out so it could look bushy. But I washed my hair and I gave my girl a hair wash as well. And this is the result from it. It curls right back up nicely. 100% human hair. Is no shedding. It's no. It's nice and light. It's not heavy, anything like that. So yes, thank you. I appreciate it. D. So yeah, it's a mindset change. Dealing with hair loss. It's a mindset. I want you to work on the mindset. I want you to focus on what it is that you really want. What goals that you really want to achieve, and how do you plan on reaching those goals? Definitely. The 3 causes of hair loss. We have what we said. We had hormonal, we have inflammation, and we have nutrition. Those are the 3 causes of hair loss. The only causes of hair loss. It's either going to be hormonal, so you're dealing with a DHT sensitivity in the body. That's either you're experiencing PCOS or AGA, which is also male female pattern baldness, or the other name is androgenic alopecia. You're going to, if it's inflammatory, you're dealing with either constipation, acid reflux, diarrhea. You're dealing with an autoimmune condition such as alopecia areata, Hashimoto's, Graves, lupus. If you're dealing with CCCA, which is crown area balding, and it affects 80% of African American women in the yes, I'm glad hey, I'm so happy for you. CCCA, if you're experiencing crown area balding, it affects 80% of African American women. So we got to leave those relaxers alone. We got to leave that color alone. Okay. We have to leave it alone because it is affecting our follicle unit. Okay. Tell her to give me a call. It's affecting our follicle units. It's causing a scarring alopecia. It can be reversed if we catch it early, if you stop doing the practices that you're doing and then work with your nutritional factors. I also want you to know that you can experience multiple alopecias at one time. Okay. The next form of alopecia is nutrition. So we got inflammatory, nutrition, and hormonal. And you can experience in all of them at one time. Telogen effluvium, it is stress-induced inflammation, and that falls under the inflammatory segment of alopecias. Okay. You have your nutritional, which is lack of vitamins, lack of absorption of vitamins. You have poor eating habits, which is not eating no type of nutritionally dense foods. If you're eating genetically modified meats, if you're eating meats with antibiotics inside of them, it's not helping you. It's causing a dysfunction in the body. You're eating a lot of carbohydrates. You eating a lot of sugar, which turns in carbohydrates turns into sugar. Those things is going to affect you on the long run. In the long run, okay? Stress, it affects your nervous system, okay? When you're high stress levels, yes, I don't diagnose you, baby. I never diagnosed you. You diagnosed me with multiple. I don't diagnose people. I'm sorry. I suggested. I gave you characteristics. I want you to we got to change the terminology. I don't diagnose. I'm not a doctor. Doctors diagnose. I tell you with the characteristics that I see on the scalp. Okay. What I see on the scalp is characteristics that's associated with different alopecia. So if you having AGA, yes, thank you, because I don't want nobody to be like, oh, she's diagnosing people. I'm not diagnosing anyone. I'm a board certified health coach. I'm a naturopathic wellness coach. Okay. I am your hair loss expert, but I am not a doctor. Okay. But definitely, and yes, you ready for the detoxes? Yes, I'm glad. I am super happy for you. I am proud of you, D. Yes, I am proud that you are saying these things, because it's a journey, and it's going to continue to be a journey. Okay. And depression and anxiety, it causes hair loss. Okay. And like I said, you can have multiple hair losses, multiple alopecias at the same time. And once you begin to get on the journey, just push forward, push forward. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Life is definitely a challenging situation, and we can combat it. You just have to have faith in yourself, believe in yourself, believe that that you can get this done. If this is what you really want, I want you to believe it. I want you to look at yourself in the mirror on a daily basis and tell yourself, you got this. This is a mindset thing. Don't allow the mind to take control of your actions. Like, you are not your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You are what you do. Okay? We are what we digest. So we need to take control of the things that we're putting inside of our bodies. We need to manage that, become more mindful of that. When you start practicing mindfulness, you will learn that. You will see that, okay, this is not so bad after all. So I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. I want to thank you. This was a good live today, and I greatly appreciate you joining my MNL, my Monday night live with your girl, Starr Prescott. If you like the content that I have shared with you today, like, follow, share. I have my hair grass page. I would love for you guys to follow that page, hair.grass, and check out the website, hairgrass.store. That's where you will find the starter kit. You will find laser devices on there. You will also find my leave-in conditioners, my hair food, but you will not find a full program up there. And the reason why you wouldn't find a full program up there is because I want to understand, and I want to help you understand what the cause of your hair loss is. I'm not going to just send you out and just buy this product, because I want you to understand what the root cause of your hair loss is. But if you want to get started on something because you want something to help you balance whatever's happening, you can definitely start off with the starter kit, especially if you have a DHT sensitivity. If you're dealing with PCOS that's pushing you into a DHT sensitivity, the starter kit will definitely help you. It will definitely help any edge issues, any crown issue, like any hard like areas, crown area, temporal area, nape area. If you're experiencing little spotty balding, you can begin with the starter kit. But if you are really dealing with like patchy hair loss and severe burning or itching or flakiness, you need the entire program. You need to work in a multi-therapeutic fashion. You need to work internally as well as externally. Funny thing, when I was saying something that I wholeheartedly with no afterthought, it comes into fruition. But when I doubt, see, I told you, the mind is powerful, baby. We control the narrative. You control your narrative. Okay. You are not alone in this. You are not alone. I am here with you. I appreciate you taking me on your hair loss and wellness journey. I really, really do. And when you stay focused and you keep your eyes on the prize, on what it is that you want, you're going to get the results. Don't self-doubt. No self-sabotaging over here. We don't do none of that. No self-sabotaging. Okay, baby girl? So definitely, I appreciate you guys. Follow me. I'm also on my YouTube page, so please click the link in the bio. Follow Prescott Trichology Wellness, Prescott Wellness Group on YouTube. Follow me, please. Share it, share my information with your family, your friends. I greatly appreciate it if you do so. I love all of the support. I definitely know who it is that's supporting me. I see you and I love you and I appreciate you guys. I definitely do. On Saturday, starting February 25th, I will be outside doing my walk sessions. Feel free to join me because I am going to go live wherever you are around the world. If you have time between 8 o'clock in the morning to 8:45, I'm getting my steps in. And feel free to join me. We go live together and we get our steps in together, baby. Okay? I tell you, because hair loss starts internally. You got to get that blood boiling. Okay, we got to release some of that stress. All right. So if you're also interested in joining the Prescott Wellness Rejuvenation Program, definitely go to the website prescottwellnessgroup.com and click the wellness consultation and book your wellness appointment, your wellness consultation, so that we can talk. I'm going to read your blood. I'm going to help build you an individualized wellness plan. It's a 12-month program. You do get a hair loss. You do get hair loss programs within the program. So it's definitely helpful and beneficial. You get a lot of different things, a lot of things. We do live cooking sessions. We do live discussions. We talk about the imbalances in the body. We go into details. We talk, it's so many resources in it, so many downloadable things that you can, articles and stuff that you can read to help you understand the root causes of your disease and how you can get it back into control with you. Okay. No seed oil. Seed oil is not good. No seed oil. Avocado oil and olive oil is the only seed oils that you should be ingesting. Okay. Nope. No seeds, baby. No seeds. I know it sounds good, but there's no seed oil. It's good for you. No seed oil. Hydrogenated oil is not good for the body. It does something to the body. You definitely need to coconut oil is good if it's a good form of healthy fatty acids. Coconut oil, olive oil helps with your omega-3s. So yes, but no other seed oil. Seed oil is not healthy for you. Okay, so definitely thank you for joining. I greatly appreciate it. This is your girl, Starr Prescott, your premier hair loss expert and naturopathic wellness coach. See you next week, and I love you. See you guys next week. I love you. Thanks for following me.